All right, what do you think of my polo? Is it too tight? You know who Brooks Koepka is?
No.
He's a golfer.
Is it tight polos?
The tightest.
He's gonna be throwing out his polos. All right.
Hey y'all, it's Robert. Today we're going over 5 great tequilas, all for under 30 bucks. And if you stick around to the very end, we'll throw in a couple for under $20. Is that possible? I think it's possible to have tequilas for under $20. Yeah. Just a reminder, make sure and check out our other videos highlighting some of our very favorite spirit categories, all for under 30 bucks. First of all, let's talk about the tequila category for a second. By Mexican law, tequila can only be made in 5 states. The majority of it is produced in Jalisco, Nayarit, Michoacan, Tamaulipas, and Guanajuato. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Michoacan, Guanajuato, and Tamaulipas. Boom! It's also got to be made from at least 51% blue agave. If you want to learn more about tequila, check out our deep dive on agave spirits, linked here. There are many factors that influence the flavor profile of tequila, including the elevation at which the agave plant's grown, the geographical features of the part of Mexico where it's produced, and whether or not and for how long it's aged in wooden barrels. Man, I nailed that shit.
Yeah, you know.
Damn.
Straight out.
Tequilas have name designations that specify if and for how long they've been aged in wooden barrels. The 5 official designations for tequila are blanco, joven, reposado, añejo, and extra añejo. Blanco, or sometimes silver or plata tequila, is normally not aged at all, although technically it can be for up to 2 months. These tequilas are almost perfectly clear, with no color, hence the Blanco moniker. Joven, which means young in Spanish, is a blend made up of mostly unaged, but a little bit of aged tequila as well, and truthfully it can be hard to find on shelves. In fact, we don't have any Joven tequila in our entire collection. Reposado tequila has been aged in wooden barrels for between 2 months and up to a year. The wood gives complexity to the flavor of the tequila and also darkens the color. Añejo tequilas are aged for between 1 and 3 years, and the barrels can't be larger than 600 liters. Again, spending even more time in barrels, tequilas with this name designation have an even more complex flavor and a darker color as well. Finally, we have extra añejo tequilas. These tequilas have spent at least 3 years, but sometimes many more, in wood barrels no larger than 600 liters. These tequilas offer the most complex flavor, and they take on even more flavor and color from the wood barrels. No matter the age designation, tequila is a hot category. In 2021, tequila was the 2nd fastest growing spirit category behind vodka. Now we know everyone was drinking margaritas during the pandemic. Seems like the rest of the country is catching on to what we Texans have known for a long time. Tequila is freaking delicious. So let's dive in. But before we do, here's the drill. We got these all at a big box liquor store here in Austin, Texas. They're 750 ml bottles, and they were all for $30 or less, not on sale. They may not be exactly $30 in your market, but they'll be pretty close. All right, here we go. We'll kick things off with Milagro Silver.
Okay, so
Milagro is known for its bright and approachable flavor profile. It's made in the highlands of Jalisco, and it has a citrusy flavor and a quality that almost suggests sweetness. While this won't knock your socks off, it's a very accessible tequila, and it's wonderful in margaritas. We love this in a blood orange margarita. Try it with 3/4 ounce Liber & Co blood orange cordial, 1/2 ounce of orange liqueur, 1 ounce of lime juice, 1/4 ounce of Campari, and 1.5 ounces of Milagro Silver. Milagro stands up in cocktails, but it's definitely not dominant, making it the perfect choice for bright, sour cocktails like a Paloma. Milagro has long been known as a good value tequila within the cocktail community, making it a great all-purpose blanco. The packaging isn't my favorite. It almost looks a little gimmicky, but the juice inside is pretty damn good. Hey, I'm in the middle of a video. Is it urgent? Speaking of unique packaging, our next offering, Corralejo Silver, almost looks like a Mexican prayer candle or something. But it's a great blanco tequila that represents good value in the category. It's more assertive in flavor than the Milagro, and some folks even report it as being a little harsh. However, personally, I find it to have a really great minerality, almost a salinity, that works beautifully in margaritas and brings interest to all kinds of cocktails. You also get tropical fruit and some green flavors, like apple, alongside the salinity. This tequila can stand up to big, juicy flavors like our tropical passion fruit. For you tequila fans, this is a higher character, more distinctive flavor profile than the Milagro. While I don't drink a ton of these personally, this would be a wonderful tequila in a ranch water, with just a good squeeze of lime and some club soda. Our next tequila is our first Reposado tequila, which of course you remember means has been aged for between 2 months and up to a year. This is Cazadores Reposado. The first thing you'll notice is the darker color, almost straw-like appearance versus the blanco tequila, which is unaged. The time spent on wood is what imparts the color, and it also affects the flavor of the tequila. When you taste this, you'll notice a lot more warm flavors. So what do I mean by warm flavors? This usually means something like baking spices, caramel, vanilla, etc. To me, Cazadores has some peppery flavors, along with cinnamon spice and dried fruit. This tequila is a great choice when you want to bring some depth of flavor and roundness to the cocktails you're creating. I like this tequila in a Paloma. The bubbles in a highball are going to do wonders for this aromatic tequila, and the peppery flavors are going to go great with Rio Red Grapefruit. We like 3/4 ounce of Liber & Co. Rio Red Grapefruit Cordial, 2 ounces of Cazadores Repo, and 4 ounces of club soda. Chef's kiss. When venturing into Reposado tequilas, especially ones you intend to mix in cocktails, Cazadores Reposado is a great choice and can actually be had for closer to $20 than $30 in a lot of markets. The next stop on this tipsy, topsy-turvy tequila train, choo-choo, is Espolòn Reposado. Tipsy, topsy-turvy tequila train. I like your belt. Wow. You'll almost certainly be able to find a bottle of Espolòn Reposado on your liquor store shelves, and it's widely viewed as a great value offering on today's market. Like the Cazadores, you'll find baking spice notes like cinnamon and vanilla, but the Espolòn has distinct tropical fruit notes as well. You'll get some mango and banana here, but the oak teases out some nutty flavors that's a really nice touch. It's a well-rounded Reposado tequila that may not be an all-night sipping tequila, but it'll serve you great in cocktails. I personally love the Dia de los Muertos packaging. It looks great on any home bar. As far as cocktails, we love this in a pineapple margarita. Use an ounce of Liber & Co. pineapple gum syrup, an ounce of fresh lime juice, half an ounce of orange liqueur, and 2 ounces of Espolòn Repo. Espolòn has built up a really strong brand, and the juice in the bottle won't disappoint. Last up, we have an Añejo tequila to show you. I know you remember that Añejo tequilas have been aged for anywhere between 1 and 3 years in oak barrels. Gran Centenario has been aged in American oak barrels for up to 16 months. This is the first tequila on our list that I think could qualify as a sipping tequila. The additional time spent in barrels relative to the Reposado tequilas leads to a darker color and a richer flavor. All the baking spice, wood, vanilla complexity you get with Reposado tequilas are dialed up even more and concentrated into a very warm spirit that has an almost whiskey-like character. Like a lot of entry-level añejos, this one is a blend of different aged tequilas. Smaller batch añejos are often going to bring more character and more depth of flavor than a blend, but you'll pay a hefty price for it. We think Gran Centenario represents a good value proposition, especially to those new to the category. You get a lot of cinnamon and some clove here, and while not the deepest, most decadent flavors available on the market, this is definitely a tequila worthy of pouring over ice and sipping. It also makes a really nice tequila old-fashioned, where the wood notes are complemented in the cocktail like they would be with a bourbon or a rye. Add a 1/4 ounce of our old-fashioned cocktail syrup with 2 ounces of Gran Centenario and a couple of dashes of orange bitters for a great, easy tequila old-fashioned. This is a great way to dip your toes in the water with an añejo without breaking the bank, as this category of tequila can get very pricey very fast. Now that we've given you a good rundown on some bottles under $30, we'll throw in a couple for under 20. These bottles will represent really good value if you're not quite ready to invest in some of these other ones. First up, we have Camarena Silver. Camarena is a really nicely balanced 100% blue agave tequila. Camarena may not blow you away, but the tequila inside is high quality and offers a ton of bang for your buck. Another bottle you can find for less than $20 is El Jimador Silver. This tequila is a real workhorse when mixing drinks. What? You don't like it. I've used it for parties where I'm making a ton of cocktails and don't want to break the bank to do it. It's 100% agave, and while I wouldn't call the flavor robust, it works really well, and the drinks always get great reviews. So do y'all like our list? Do you hate it? Let's get into a spirited debate in the comment section below. Be sure to tune in to our other videos, giving you our take on the best bottles under $30. And as always, like and subscribe for great cocktail content you're sure to love. Cheers. All right, am I rolling?
Yep.